The day that changed human history forever started like any other at the Global Space Agency headquarters. Commander Alex Howard sipped his morning coffee while reviewing satellite data. Then the alarms went off. "Commander, we have multiple objects entering Earth's orbit," said Lieutenant Paul Garcia, his voice shaking. "They're massive, sir. Nothing like we've ever seen before." Alex rushed to the main screen. What he saw made his heart skip a beat. 5 enormous ships, each bigger than any city on Earth, had appeared seemingly out of nowhere. "Get me the president," Alex ordered, his eyes never leaving the screen. Within hours, every news channel worldwide showed the alien ships. People gathered in streets, some afraid, others excited. This was humanity's first official contact with aliens. At the United Nations emergency meeting, Ambassador Olivia Martinez was chosen to represent Earth alongside Commander Howard. Olivia had a calm way of speaking that made people trust her, which was why she was perfect for this job. "We know nothing about them," she said as she and Alex boarded the helicopter to the meeting point. "But we must show strength and dignity." The aliens had requested a meeting on neutral ground, an empty field outside of New York. As Olivia and Alex arrived, a beam of light shot down from the largest ship, and 3 tall, blue-skinned figures appeared. "I am Admiral Skithril of the Galactic Empire," the tallest alien said in perfect English. "We have watched your planet for some time. We bring greetings from the Emperor." Alex noticed how the alien's 4 eyes never blinked, and how his hand rested on what looked like a weapon. "We welcome you to Earth," Olivia replied with a diplomatic smile. "We hope this meeting starts a friendship between our worlds." Admiral Skithril made a sound that might have been a laugh. "Friendship is not why we are here. The Galactic Empire offers protection to primitive worlds like yours. In return, you will provide resources and soldiers." Alex stepped forward. "Earth is not primitive, and we don't need protection. We would prefer to join the galactic community as equals." The Admiral's skin darkened. "Equals? Your species has barely left its own planet. The Empire spans 10,000 worlds. There are no equals, only the Empire and its subjects." As talks continued, Alex and Olivia learned more about the Empire. It had ruled the galaxy for 20,000 years. Thousands of alien species lived under its control. Those who resisted were crushed. During a break, Alex whispered to Olivia, "They're not here to make friends. This is an invasion with extra steps." Olivia nodded. "We need to buy time." When they returned to the meeting, Admiral Skithril presented a document. "This is the Standard Protection Agreement. Sign it, and Earth becomes part of the Empire, under our guidance and protection." Alex read through the terms. Earth would need to provide metals, minerals, water, and human workers. In return, the Empire would protect Earth from unnamed threats. "We need time to consider this," Olivia said carefully. "Our world has many nations, and all must agree." The Admiral's face showed disgust. "Primitive governance. Very well. You have 1 standard galactic month, what you would call 30 Earth days. When we return, we expect your world to be ready for integration." With that, the aliens disappeared in the same beam of light. Their massive ships moved away from Earth, but one remained in orbit, watching. As Alex and Olivia's helicopter flew back to the UN, they sat in worried silence. Finally, Alex spoke. "They're not giving us a choice, are they?" Olivia looked out at the city below. "No, but they'll learn that humans always find a way. We need to warn everyone and prepare. Earth is about to face its greatest challenge." The United Nations building buzzed with tension as world leaders gathered. Fear hung in the air like a heavy cloud. Commander Alex Howard and Ambassador Olivia Martinez stood at the front of the room, ready to share what they had learned. "The Galactic Empire is not here to make friends," Alex said, his voice firm. "They want our resources and our people. They've done this to thousands of other worlds." Screens around the room showed images of the massive alien ships. Some leaders argued for immediate surrender. Others wanted to fight back. The room grew loud with angry voices. Then, a woman stood up from the back. She was small with dark hair pulled into a tight bun. "We have a third option," she said. The room fell silent as Dr. Samantha Rice walked to the front. She was Earth's top scientist, known for her brilliant mind and unusual ideas. "For the past 5 years, my team has been working on something called Project Shield," she explained. "We discovered a way to create an energy field that could protect our planet from attacks. We never finished it because we didn't have a real threat. Now we do." She showed them plans for a network of shield generators around the world. "If we work together, we can build this in less than a month. It won't stop them forever, but it will buy us time." General William Carter, a tall man with a stern face, stepped forward. "While Dr. Rice builds her shield, we need to prepare our defenses. Every nation must join forces. We may be outmatched in technology, but we will not go down without a fight." The world leaders voted. For the first time in human history, all nations agreed to work together. The United Earth Defense Force was born. In the following days, factories around the world switched to making parts for the shield. Soldiers from every country trained together. Scientists shared their secrets. The world united against a common enemy. Meanwhile, in a small room filled with computers, Kevin Daniels worked day and night. He was the best computer expert on Earth, able to break into any system. Now he was trying to break into alien systems. "The ship they left in orbit is sending signals," he told Alex and Olivia when they visited. "I've been listening. Their technology is advanced, but their security isn't perfect. They don't expect us to understand their systems." Kevin showed them what he had learned. The Empire used a network to communicate across the galaxy. If Earth could tap into it, they might learn more about their enemy. "Can you break in without them knowing?" Alex asked. Kevin smiled. "Already did. They talk about us like we're children. They have no idea what humans are capable of." As the deadline approached, Dr. Rice's shield generators were placed around the world. General Carter's combined forces prepared for battle, and Kevin continued to steal secrets from the Empire's communications. 3 days before the Empire was due to return, Earth's leaders met again. This time, the mood was different. There was still fear, but also determination. "The shield is ready," Dr. Rice announced. "It won't hold forever against their weapons, but it will surprise them." "Our forces are in position," added General Carter. "We're outgunned, but not outmatched in spirit." Ambassador Olivia stood up. "Then it's time to make our position clear. When they return, we'll give them our answer. Earth is not for taking." As the meeting ended, Alex looked out the window at the night sky. The Empire's ship glowed like a new star, watching them. Soon, more would come. "They think we'll just give up," he said quietly. "They don't understand humans at all." The next day, Earth sent its message to the stars. Earth's declaration: no Galactic Empire ships allowed in Earth space. The countdown to confrontation had begun. The sky darkened as hundreds of Empire ships appeared in Earth's orbit. Each one was bigger than the largest human cities. The massive ships blocked out the sun in some places, casting long shadows across the land. In the United Earth Defense Force headquarters, screens showed the Empire fleet moving into position. Commander Alex Howard watched with a steady gaze, though his heart beat fast in his chest. "They're here," he said simply. Ambassador Olivia Martinez nodded. "Right on schedule." General Carter barked orders to defense teams around the world. Dr. Samantha Rice sat at a control panel, her fingers hovering over the shield activation button. Kevin Daniels monitored the Empire's communications, feeding information to the team. "They're sending a message," Kevin announced. Admiral Skithral's face appeared on the main screen. His blue skin seemed darker than before, his 4 eyes narrowed with impatience. "People of Earth," the Admiral said, "your time is up. Has your primitive world made the wise choice to join the Empire? Olivia stepped forward. "Admiral, we have considered your offer carefully. Earth has made its decision." She nodded to Kevin, who played the message they had prepared. Earth's declaration. No Galactic Empire ships allowed in Earth space. The Admiral's face showed shock, then amusement. "You dare to refuse the Empire? Your bravery is amusing, but foolish. You have no weapons that can harm our ships. Your world will be an example to others who might consider defiance." "We are not defenseless," Olivia replied calmly. "We ask you to leave our solar system peacefully." The Admiral laughed. "I will enjoy watching your world burn." The screen went dark. "They're moving into attack positions," Kevin reported, his voice tight with tension. "Weapons charging." Alex turned to Dr. Reyes. "Is the shield ready?" She nodded. "All generators are online. But remember, we don't know how long it will hold against their weapons." "We'll have to trust your work," Alex said. "Wait until they're committed to the attack." Minutes ticked by as the Empire ships moved closer. The first shots were fired. Beams of energy heading toward Earth's surface. "Now," Alex ordered. Dr. Rice pressed the button. Around the world, the shield generators hummed to life. A soft blue glow spread across the sky as the energy field formed around the planet. The Empire's weapons hit the shield and scattered like raindrops on glass. The attack had failed. On the main screen, Admiral Skithral's face appeared again, now dark with rage. "What is this? Impossible. Your world has no such technology." "You underestimated us," Alex said simply. The Admiral snarled. "No barrier can withstand the full power of the Empire. All ships, concentrate fire." The sky lit up as hundreds of Empire ships fired at once. The shield flickered but held. In the command center, people cheered. "It's working," Dr. Rice exclaimed, watching her monitors. "The shield is holding at 87% strength." Furious, the Admiral ordered his ships to move closer, break through that shield. "I want boots on the ground by day's end." As the Empire ships approached the shield, something unexpected happened. The shield's energy interacted with the ship's engines, causing them to fail. 3 smaller ships drifted helplessly, their lights flickering out. "Their propulsion systems can't handle the shield's energy field," Dr. Rice explained, surprised by this unplanned effect. "Any ship that gets too close will be disabled." For the first time, Admiral Skithral looked uncertain. "Pull back," he ordered his fleet. "Maintain orbit beyond the shield's range." In the command center, humans exchanged looks of cautious hope. The shield had worked better than anyone expected. "We've won the first round," General Carter said, "but this is just the beginning. The Empire won't give up so easily." Alex nodded. "They'll be back with a new plan. But for now, Earth is safe." Outside, people looked up at the sky where the Empire ships hovered, kept at bay by human ingenuity. For the first time since the aliens arrived, Earth dared to hope. 2 weeks passed since Earth activated its shield. The Empire ships remained in orbit, just beyond the shield's reach. They had not attacked again, but they had not left either. Earth was trapped in its own protection. "They're setting up a blockade," Commander Alex Howard explained to the world leaders. "No ships in or out. They're cutting us off from the rest of the galaxy." General Carter pointed to new images on the screen. "They've also landed forces on Mars. They're building something there." "A communications hub," said Kevin Daniels, who had been monitoring the Empire's transmissions. "They're using it to coordinate the blockade and talk to their home worlds." Dr. Samantha Rice looked worried. "Our shield is holding, but we can't hide behind it forever. We need to know what they're planning." Captain Lisa Rodriguez stepped forward. She was the leader of Earth's new Special Forces team, trained for space operations. "My team can get to Mars. We can find out what they're doing and maybe disrupt their communications." It was a dangerous mission, but everyone knew they needed information. The plan was approved. 3 days later, Lisa's team of 6 boarded a small stealth ship. It was built with technology based on what Kevin had learned from the Empire's systems. If they were lucky, it would not show up on Empire scanners. Remember, Alex told them before they left, this is just to gather information. Don't take unnecessary risks. Lisa nodded, but her eyes showed determination. We'll be back in 5 days. Have coffee ready. As their ship slipped away from Earth, the shield opened a small hole for just 2 seconds, not enough time for the Empire to notice or respond. The journey to Mars took 18 hours. Lisa's team landed in a canyon far from the Empire base. Wearing special suits to protect them from Mars' thin atmosphere, they began their trek toward the alien facility. It's huge, whispered Sam, Lisa's second-in-command, as they looked down at the base from a ridge. Empire soldiers moved between buildings, and large dishes pointed toward space. There's our target. Lisa pointed to a central building with more dishes on top. That's the communications center. Getting in was the hard part. They waited until night, then used the cover of darkness to approach the base. 2 Empire guards were knocked out silently. The team took their uniforms and access cards. Inside the base, they moved carefully, avoiding other soldiers. When they reached the communications center, Kevin's training paid off. He had taught them how to access Empire computers. I'm in, said Eric, their tech expert, downloading everything now. While Eric worked, Lisa found something unexpected. Messages between the Empire and other alien races. Some of these aliens were also fighting against the Empire. We're not alone, she realized. There are others out there who could help us. Suddenly, alarms blared. We've been detected, Eric shouted, grabbing the data device. Download complete, but we need to move. Their escape was chaos. Empire soldiers fired energy weapons as the team ran for their ship. Sam was hit and went down. Lisa carried him part of the way, but he knew he was slowing them down. Go, Sam told them. Complete the mission. I'll hold them off. With tears in her eyes, Lisa nodded. She knew what had to be done. Your sacrifice won't be forgotten. Sam smiled, then turned to face the approaching soldiers as the rest of the team escaped. Only 5 made it back to the ship. As they flew away from Mars, Empire fighters pursued them. The small ship took damage, but Lisa's piloting skills got them back to Earth, where the shield opened briefly to let them in. In the command center, Alex and Olivia greeted the returning heroes. Lisa handed over the data device. We lost Sam, she said, her voice breaking. But we found something important. We're not alone in fighting the Empire. There are others out there, potential allies. As Kevin began analyzing the stolen data, hope grew. Earth now had new information and the possibility of friends among the stars. The espionage game had paid off, but at a heavy price. The data from Mars changed everything. For 2 weeks, Kevin Daniels and his team worked day and night to understand what they had found. Look at this, Kevin said, pointing to a map on the screen. The Empire has a major supply depot near Jupiter. All their ships in our solar system get fuel and supplies from there. Commander Alex Howard studied the map. If we could hit that depot, we could cripple their blockade. General Carter finished the thought. But to attack, they would need ships that could travel through space and fight. Earth had been building such ships in secret, hidden under the shield. They were small compared to Empire ships, but they carried Dr. Wright's shield technology. Colonel Jack Nelson was chosen to lead the mission. He had been a fighter pilot before the aliens came. Now he would command Earth's first space attack fleet. 10 ships, he said, looking at his new command. Not many, but they'll have to do. The plan was simple but dangerous. They would slip out through a gap in the shield, race to Jupiter, hit the depot hard, and return before the Empire could respond. On the day of the mission, Dr. Reyes made final checks on the ship's shield systems. Remember, your shields will hold against their smaller weapons, but not their main cannons. Be fast, and don't get hit. No pressure then, Jack said with a smile. He turned to his pilots. Ready to make history. As the Earth ships prepared to leave, Ambassador Olivia Martinez sent a message to Admiral Skithril. Its purpose was to distract him while the attack happened. "Admiral," she said politely, "Earth wishes to discuss terms of a possible agreement." While the Admiral was busy responding to Olivia, the shield opened briefly. 10 Earth ships slipped out and raced toward Jupiter, using the paths between planets to hide from Empire sensors. The journey took 5 days. When they arrived, they saw the Empire depot, a massive station with dozens of ships docked to it. Empire forces had no idea they were coming. "All ships, attack pattern Delta," Jack ordered. "Hit the fuel tanks first." Earth ships swooped in, firing weapons based on Empire technology that Kevin had helped develop. The first shots hit perfectly, causing huge explosions that lit up Jupiter's sky. Empire ships scrambled to respond, but they were caught by surprise. 3 were destroyed before they could even leave the depot. "Second wave, hit the main station," Jack commanded. "Third wave, keep those fighters off our backs." The battle was fierce. 2 Earth ships were destroyed, and 3 more damaged. But the depot was burning, with secondary explosions rippling across its surface. "Mission accomplished," Jack announced. "All ships, return to Earth." As they fled, a massive Empire cruiser appeared, firing its main cannon. 1 more Earth ship was lost, but the rest escaped, jumping to high speed back toward home. At Earth, Admiral Skithril was furious when he learned of the attack. His face darkened to a deep blue as he screamed at his officers. Then a message arrived from the Empire capital. The Emperor was not pleased. The Admiral was ordered to return and explain how a primitive world had managed to damage the Empire so badly. Before he left, Admiral Skithril sent one final message to Earth. "You have earned the full attention of the Empire now. When I return, it will be with a force that will turn your world to ash." His flagship departed, but most of the blockade remained in place. In the Earth Command Center, the mood was mixed, celebration for their victory, but worry about what would come next. "We hurt them," Alex said, "but we also made them angry." Olivia nodded. "The real war is just beginning." On screens around the room, they watched the surviving Earth ships return home. Jack's voice came over the radio. "Mission successful, but the Empire knows we can fight now. They'll be back, and they'll be ready for us next time." As the shield opened to let the heroes return, Earth prepared for the Empire's revenge. 1 month after the attack on Jupiter, Kevin Daniels burst into the command center, his face pale. "Bad news," he said, showing everyone his tablet. "I intercepted Empire communications. They're bringing a planet killer to Earth." The room fell silent. Commander Alex Howard looked at the images of a massive ship, bigger than any they had seen before. "Are you sure?" Alex asked. Kevin nodded. "It's called the Oblivion. It can crack a planet in half. They've used it before on worlds that wouldn't surrender." General Carter's face hardened. "How long do we have?" 2 weeks, Kevin replied. "Maybe less." Dr. Samantha Reyes, who had been quiet until now, spoke up. "I might have an idea. We've been studying how our shield affects their ships. What if we could turn the shield technology into a weapon?" She explained her plan. The shield didn't just block attacks. It created energy when it interacted with Empire technology. If they could focus that energy and direct it outward, they might be able to disable the planet killer before it could fire. "It's risky," she admitted. "We've never tested anything like this." "Do it," Alex ordered. "We have no other choice." While Dr. Rice worked on the weapon, Earth prepared its defenses. Colonel Jack Nelson and the newly promoted Admiral Ashley Wallace gathered all available ships. Earth now had 30 ships, built from lessons learned in the Jupiter attack. Captain Lisa Rodriguez, still mourning the loss of Sam from her Mars mission, volunteered to lead a special team again. This time, their target would be the planet killer itself. "We'll board it and sabotage it from inside," she explained. "If Dr. Rai's weapon doesn't work, we'll be the backup plan." Kevin worked on another angle. I think I can hack into their command systems and cause confusion during the battle. Make their ships target each other instead of us. The days passed quickly. Dr. Reyes barely slept as she turned the shield generators into weapons. Jack and Ashley trained the fleet pilots. Lissa prepared her team for a mission most thought was suicide. Then the day came. Empire ships appeared at the edge of the solar system. Hundreds of them, with the massive Oblivion at the center. Admiral Scythral's voice boomed through all communications channels. People of Earth, your resistance ends today. The Emperor has ordered your world destroyed as an example to others. You have 1 hour to surrender or face extinction. Earth's answer was to launch its fleet. 30 ships against hundreds. Terrible odds, but humans were used to being underdogs. The battle began. Empire ships fired on Earth's fleet, but Jack's pilots were skilled. They weaved through enemy fire, their shields holding as they targeted smaller Empire ships. Kevin's hack worked partially. Some Empire ships fired on their allies, causing chaos in their formations. This gave Lisa's team the chance they needed. Their small, fast ship slipped through the battle and attached to the Oblivion's hull. "We're in," Lisa reported as her team cut through the hull and entered the massive ship. Meanwhile, Dr. Rice activated her new weapon. The shield around Earth pulsed and then sent out a wave of energy aimed directly at the Oblivion. The wave hit the planet killer, causing its systems to flicker. "It's working," Dr. Rice shouted, but not enough to disable it completely. On the Oblivion, Lisa's team fought their way to the main reactor. Empire soldiers fell before them, but 2 of Lisa's team were lost in the process. "Almost there," Lisa said as they placed explosives on the reactor, setting timers for 5 minutes. As Lisa's team ran back to their ship, the Oblivion began powering up its main weapon. It was still going to fire at Earth. "Shields at maximum," General Carter ordered on Earth. Everyone braced for impact. But the impact never came. The Oblivion's reactor exploded just as the planet killer was about to fire. The massive ship broke apart, and the explosion took out many nearby Empire ships. Lisa's voice came through the static. "Mission accomplished. Lost 2 more team members. Coming home now." The Empire fleet, without its main weapon and with many ships damaged, began to retreat. Earth had survived again, but at a high cost. As people around the world celebrated, Alex looked at the stars. "This isn't over," he said quietly. "But today, humanity showed the galaxy what we're made of." 3 months after the destruction of the Oblivion, Earth was a different place. Ships patrolled the solar system, keeping watch for Empire forces. But the Empire had not returned. The victory over the planet killer had been bigger than anyone expected. The Emperor executed Admiral Scythral for his failure, Kevin Daniels reported during a meeting. He had been monitoring Empire communications from a new station on Mars, once the Empire base there had been captured. They're calling it the Earth disaster in their reports. Commander Alex Howard, now wearing the uniform of an admiral himself, nodded. "But they'll be back eventually. The Empire doesn't forgive." "Maybe not," Ambassador Olivia Martinez said, "but things are changing out there. Look at this." She showed them messages that had been arriving from across the galaxy. Other worlds had heard about Earth's stand against the Empire. Some had been inspired to rebel themselves. The Empire was facing challenges on many fronts. "They're asking for our help," Olivia explained. "They want to know how we fought back. Some want to form an alliance." General Carter looked thoughtful. "An alliance of free worlds. Against the Empire. It could work." Over the next weeks, Earth began secret meetings with representatives from other worlds. Some came in person, sneaking past Empire patrols. Others communicated through secure channels Kevin had developed. Dr. Samantha Reyes shared her shield technology with trusted allies. Captain Lisa Rodriguez, now healed from her injuries, trained Special Forces teams from 3 different worlds. Then one day, a large ship appeared at the edge of the solar system. It was an Empire ship, but it came alone and sent a message asking for permission to approach. "This is Envoy Threll," said a green-skinned alien, different from the blue-skinned admiral they had dealt with before. "I come on behalf of the Emperor with a message of peace." The Earth leaders were suspicious, but allowed the ship to approach under heavy guard. Envoy Threll came to Earth and met them in the same field where Admiral Skthroll had first landed. "The Emperor has reconsidered Earth's position," the envoy said politely. "We offer recognition of Earth as an independent power, with control of your solar system. In return, we ask only for trade rights and non-aggression." The real reason was clear. The Empire couldn't afford to fight Earth while dealing with rebellions elsewhere. Earth's stand had changed the balance of power in the galaxy. "We will consider your offer," Olivia said diplomatically, though Earth had already decided to accept. They needed time to build their strength and help their new allies. Within a year, a new organization was formed, the Alliance of Free Worlds. Earth was a founding member, along with 7 other planets that had broken free from Empire control. Their ships now traveled freely between allied worlds, helping each other grow stronger. Admiral Alex Howard stood on the bridge of Earth's newest ship, the Defiance. It was the largest ship humans had ever built, created with technology from Earth and their new allies. "Set course for the Centauri system," he ordered. "We have friends waiting for us there." As the ship moved away from Earth, Alex looked at the viewscreen showing his home planet growing smaller. The shield was still visible as a faint blue glow around the world. It reminded everyone of how this all began, with a small planet making a bold stand. Earth's declaration, "No Galactic Empire ships allowed," had started as a desperate act of defiance. Now it was the rallying cry for free worlds across the galaxy. On distant planets, beings looked to the stars and whispered stories about Earth, the small blue world that stood up to the Empire, and won. They told their children that freedom was possible because humans had shown the way. The Empire still ruled much of the galaxy, but its days of unchallenged power were over. A new galactic order was beginning, with Earth helping to lead the way. And somewhere in the vast distances between stars, Admiral Alex Howard smiled. Humanity had found its place among the stars, not as subjects, but as defenders of freedom throughout the galaxy.